So we can think of zombification magic as a malicious type of sorcery that intentionally strives to separate a person from their higher self. The person's soul essence is essentially their higher self. Many people seem to think that the term higher self signifies something separate or distinct from our human self. Really, our highest self is our most authentic self. It is what makes us who we are. And so if a sorcerer has blocked off a person's higher self from manifesting fully into the physical realm, one of the things that they can do is trap or cage a person's soul essence. And this process of trapping a person's soul essence is a type of magic that I am terming zombification magic, because it is a magic that turns a person into only a shell of themselves. Hello, beautiful people. It is Oshun Kimmy, mother of mysteries. I am someone who studies the mysteries and the secrets of the universe, and then I share them here on this channel. So please subscribe if you are interested in learning more about the mysteries of the universe. All right, today I am going to break down what I've identified as zombification magic. And interestingly enough, this type of sorcery was actually revealed to me in a dream last year. And after witnessing it play out in my own life and in the lives of the clients that I help, it's high time that I begin to spill the spiritual tea on how zombification magic works, why a sorcerer would be interested in this type of magic, and how to remedy it if you suspect that it may be happening to you. So zombification magic is when a sorcerer, or whatever you wish to call a practitioner of baneful magic, steals the core essence or energy that makes a person who they are. And zombification magic is not just a process of stealing a person's soul essence. It is also a process whereby the core soul essence of a person is trapped or binded in the spiritual realm so that it can be used as a power source for the sorcerer who has trapped it. So imagine just a ball or flare of energy within a jar. And that is essentially what happens when a sorcerer wants to trap the soul essence of a person. They will contain it in the spiritual realm, very likely by doing various rituals in the physical realm, including jar spells. And then the energy that they have trapped will be used as like a power source. I've already talked before about how a person's energy can be used to fuel the manifestations of a sorcerer, an organization, or to bring light to the underworld, which does not have its own natural light. And so I've talked about that in my previous video entitled Why Empaths Are Targeted by Sorcerers. And so if you want to know more about how to call your energy back from the underworld, please check out that video. So let's talk a little bit more about soul essence. This soul core energy resides very heavily in the solar plexus chakra, right between the rib cage. And we have a front solar plexus chakra and a back solar plexus chakra. And so we can think of the solar plexus essentially as the engine in our body that gets the rest of our energy flowing. The solar plexus chakra is the source of our willpower. And so if our core solar power, our soul essence, and our willpower is being caged, our entire energy system made up of our chakras is going to be disrupted and stagnated. And so without this solar plexus energy that helps us to take initiative, that helps to keep us motivated, we essentially become zombies of who we truly are. We essentially begin to live on autopilot. Our energy levels will be low, our motivation will be low, and this is what we traditionally call depression. Depression is often a sign that solar plexus energy and sacral chakra energy is stagnated and low. And so since we must verbally rebuke all negative contracts operating against us, I hereby declare that your solar power energy is safe, secure, and works only for your benefit. And if you wish to accept this declaration, please affirm it in the comments below. My solar power energy is safe, secure, and works only for my benefit. Or simply like this video to seal in this affirmation. So we can think about it like this. The more higher vibrational the energy, the more sorcerers are going to desire to cage it for their own use. And this is why people who have very bright shining light and stars must be very, very careful with their energy and very intentional about using their energy. Because if you do not want to step into your true spiritual gifts, your true spiritual power and callings, someone else is going to tap into that energy and take what rightfully belongs to you. So now let's talk about some things that you can do if you suspect that your soul essence may have been caged or siphoned. I'd suggest, for one, solar plexus activation work, because that's where our core power comes from. You can reactivate the energy of your solar plexus by wearing the color of the solar plexus, which is yellow, by eating foods correlated with the solar plexus, especially ginger, foods that bring fire into the belly. Movement is also going to be key, and I mean intense movement that is going to activate the fire within yourself. So your martial arts, your HIIT, high intensity interval training. On the spiritual front, I'd also recommend vision questing to trace the chords to find out where your light and your energy has been being siphoned to and where it is stolen or caged. I have done vision quests where I have saw myself literally bound in various places in the spirit realm, and I had to do some sort of mental meditation work to unbind myself in those places. And so, in addition to these remedies, one of the best things that someone who has had their soul essence caged can do is express themselves. You should be writing more, you should be creating more art, you should be telling your story, you should be painting, dancing, living a passionate and artistically creative life, whatever that looks like for you, whatever your creative niche is. If you are a basket weaver, you make jewelry, you make candles, you make body oils and skincare products, whatever the creativity looks like for you, that is what you should be doing on a regular basis. Even if it's not your like full-time job, you should still be investing in your artistic expression, because true, authentic artistic expression comes from your higher self. And so if you are using it, if you are relying on it, your higher self is bound to traverse back to you. Of course, I'd recommend receiving spiritual guidance or assistance from someone that you trust. Everything that I offer in these videos are great advice, but they are for a general audience. And so if you need assistance and advice on your particular situation, that is where I would definitely recommend booking a one-on-one session with me, which is performed live over Zoom. And if you are enlightened by the conversations we have here on YouTube, please know that we go 10 times deeper over on the Patreon, where we not only study magic, but we also practice it as well for our prosperity, our protection, and for our elevation. May prosperity and power be upon every person who wishes power and prosperity upon me. Ashe.